All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we are going someplace pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ever wished you could visit a workshop made entirely of ice, like floor-to-ceiling ice?
Yeah, like one of those ice hotels.
Exactly. But even cooler than that, this one is called Penguin Pops.
Okay, love the name already.
It's a great name. So we've got this really fun creative writing piece we're going to be looking at today that describes what a day in the life of Penguin Pops is like. We're going to meet the owners, meet the customers, and just kind of get a feel for what goes on in this amazing place.
All right, I'm ready to chill out. Let's do this.
Okay, so first of all, just imagine this. You walk into this workshop, and it's like glistening with ice sculptures. There are these chandeliers that literally tripping with icicles. It's kind of amazing.
Wow, so they really went all out with the decor.
Yeah, it's not just functional. It's like beautiful, too.
Yeah.
And then there's this massive ice sculpting station right in the middle of it all, where they create all their icy masterpieces.
Oh, I see. So the setting itself is kind of like a work of art.
Oh, definitely. And I think it really helps, like, set this whimsical tone for the story. It's like you're entering this magical world.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's meet the artists behind all this magic, shall we?
Yes, let's.
So the owners of Penguin Pops are these two penguin siblings, Pablo and Penny.
Okay, cute. Love it.
And they are not just skilled ice sculptors. They're like masters.
Wow.
Like they can make anything out of ice you can imagine.
So, like, what kind of stuff do they make?
Oh, so we see them making all kinds of things like ice bowls and ladles and serving dishes even.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So they're not just, like, making penguins or snowmen or something.
Right. It's like they've taken this craft and elevated it to an art form.
Yeah, like you could actually use those things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's something the author does really well. Like they show how Pablo and Penny aren't just making pretty things.
Right.
They're creating these objects that are both beautiful and functional. And I think that really speaks to their passion for ice sculpting.
Yeah, and it probably helps them build community too, right? Like if people can use these things in their everyday lives.
Totally. I think that's a big part of Penguin Pops. It's like this gathering place for everyone in the Arctic.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of community, let's talk about the customers who come to Penguin Pops.
Okay.
First up, we have Boris the Polar Bear,
Okay.
who's like super eager to learn ice sculpting, but maybe not the most coordinated customer, shall we say.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's this hilarious scene where he tries to help out with the ice labels and ends up almost knocking over the whole display.
Oh, Boris.
I know, right? But the best part is Penny doesn't get mad. She just laughs it off and shows him the proper way to handle the tools.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know, it's like, even in this like crazy ice world, everyone is so patient and supportive of each other.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's not just Boris. We also meet Hattie the Arctic Hare.
Oh, right.
Now, Hattie is like the opposite of Boris in terms of like her approach to ice sculpting.
Okay,
So while Pablo and Penny are all about tradition and precision, Hattie's all about innovation and experimentation.
Oh, I like her style.
Yeah, she's got this crazy idea to create a self-replenishing ice pot.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's like this pot that magically refills itself with ice.
Okay, that does sound pretty innovative.
Right, and to do this, she builds this crazy snow-powered contraption.
Snow-powered. How does that work?
Well, it involves a lot of ears and levers and a whole bunch of snowballs.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's quite a sight to behold, but let's just say her first attempt doesn't go quite as planned.
Uh-oh, what happened?
It kind of explodes.
Explodes?
Yeah, it's like a mini avalanche of snow and ice parts flying everywhere.
Wow, so much for self-replenishing.
Right, but here's the thing. Even though her experiment was a bit of a disaster,
Yeah.
she doesn't give up.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, she's like, all right, back to the drawing board. I'll figure this out.
I love that attitude.
Me too. Like she embodies this spirit of like never giving up on your dreams no matter how many snow explosions you encounter.
That's a good lesson.
Exactly. And then we have Winston the Walrus,
Okay.
who is like the wisest elder in the whole tundra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's been ice sculpting since like forever.
He's probably seen it all.
Oh yeah, he's got all the tricks of the trade and he's not afraid to share them with the younger generation.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so there's this scene where he's showing everyone his traditional technique for smoothing out the edges of an ice pot.
Okay.
And get this, he uses whale songs.
Whale song?
Yeah, whale songs to like vibrate the ice and make it perfectly smooth.
Wow, that's incredible.
I know, right? It's like this perfect blend of art and nature, and it just leaves everyone in awe.
Yeah, so we've got like the traditional artistry with Pablo and Penny, the innovative spirit with Hattie, and then the wisdom of tradition with Winston.
Exactly. It's like this perfect balance of old and new, and it really shows how there's room for everyone in the world of ice sculpting.
I love that.
Yeah, and speaking of everyone coming together, at the end of the day, everyone gathers for a grand ice feast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the sun is setting over the frozen landscape, and everyone is just enjoying each other's company and sharing stories.
Yeah, that's a great way to end the day.
Right, and it's not just about the food. It's like this celebration of creativity and community.
Yeah, and they've earned it after a long day of ice sculpting.
Exactly.
It's interesting that the feast comes at the end of the day, after all the mishaps and explosions.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Well, it kind of makes me think that it's like the author is saying that the journey is just as important as the destination.
Yeah.
Like all those mistakes and challenges, they're all part of the process and they make the final product that much more meaningful.
I like that interpretation.
And it's a good reminder for us too.
Right, like it's okay to mess up. It's okay to experiment.
Yeah, embrace the journey.
Exactly. So, as we wrap up today's deep dive, I want you to think about this.
Okay.
What are the penguin pops in your own life? What are those passions or projects that bring you joy and connect you with others?
Yeah.
And what unique talents can you bring to the table?
I love that question.
And remember, even in the coldest of places, warmth and creativity can flourish.
Absolutely.
But go out there, find your penguin pops, and let your creativity shine.
Thanks for this deep dive. It's really fun.
Yeah, I had a blast, and thanks to all of you for listening. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Bye.
13C9.